Well, hello gang, and welcome back to Arcanum. Last session, we came here to Kantara, found that there is murder going on, and we need to go clear out an encampment of humans without spilling blood that we will get to at some point. Hello, maiden. Might I ask your name? But of course, I am known as Cal Nadril in the Elven tongue. However, you may call me Fawn. It's a pleasure, Fawn. You're probably the nicest elf I've bumped into so far. What exactly is it you do here? Oh, forgive me for not telling you before. I am accustomed to everyone knowing my position. I am the Master Healer. I am here to help all those in need of restoration. Oh. Might I impose further? Let's see. Do you have anything to buy or sell? She does. Of course, magic scrolls. But I'm not going to buy it. A scroll of exiting might be useful at some point. A fated ring. Critical hit chance, +5, gambling, +1. Doesn't really do me any good. Like, I've got the ring of protection here, but I think I'm just going to sell it. Because as far as I can tell, where did it go? As far as I can tell, I don't get any benefit out of it, since it has no magic power available to me. Same with this necklace. Beauty +2, and it does nothing for me. And as far as I've seen throughout the game as well, there's no non-magical neck pieces. So I just forfeit a slot. Creep armor? Interesting. Backstab and prowling +2. Going to assume I would need to have magical talent to use any of it. Oiled thieves leather. Prowl, pickpocket, and spot trap +1. Pretty neat stuff, but doesn't really do me any good. I would like to be healed. A resurrect spell. Okay. Actually, I don't need healing, even though I kind of do. I'm not entirely sure she would be able to, or if she would just laugh at me. I did not know you, dwarf, nor do I want to. Are you sure? I'm really quite awesome. You. Just get away from me. I can barely stand the sight of you. Are not reason and civility sacred elven virtues? I'm sorry. Sometimes my emotion get the better of me, sir. Please, let us speak as equals. That's not sarcastic at all. Who are you? She smiles, although still very beautiful. Her eyes betray a great age and wisdom, as well as the lively spark of retained youth. Of course. In your tongue I am called Whisper. Might I ask who you are? I am Krugmar, Fire Axe. It's a pleasure to meet you, Krugmar. What brings you to Kantara? I don't really trust the elves, but at the same time I have no reason not to. I somehow doubt if she did know anything about, say, the Black Mountain clan, that she would let it slip to an outsider like me, but I'll tell her what's happened. This option doesn't pop up very often, so why not? She's silent for a moment. So, all of your adventures started when you walked from the wreckage of that... what did you call it? Blimp. Yes. She smiles warmly, taking our hand in hers. That is quite a tale, and I appreciate your trusting me with it. I'd like to give you something as well, perhaps to aid you in the coming days. She hands us a small gem. It might help you to, well, become a little less conspicuous. Okay, thank you. Can I ask you some questions? What exactly do you do here in Kantara, Whisper? I suppose you could call me a scientist. Shh. If anyone heard me say that here, I'd be thrown to the forest floor. A scientist? What is it that you're studying? Well, I'm studying the local wildlife. There are many strange and magical creatures in the glimmering forest, and no one has really taken the time to catalog them all, study their unique characteristics. I am doing so. What creatures are you studying at the moment? Well, right now I'm cataloging all of the different types of will-o-wisps according to their particular essence. I'm almost finished, but I can't seem to gather a sample from the rare Valar's wisp. I've never even heard of that. I think we've seen the Lover's Lights, which, in my knowledge of fantasy lore is the closest thing we've seen to a will-o-wisp. What's the Valar's wisp? Valar's is a special kind of will-o-wisp. Very rare and typically hostile. You can tell them by their blue hue. Will-o-wisps come in all... Will-o'-the-wisps, apparently. I've been skipping that word completely. Come in all colors, but only Valar's wisp is blue. I've had the most difficult time finding one and gathering its essence. Maybe I could be of assistance. Yes, perhaps you could at that. I've been very busy here, and I haven't been able to go out wisp hunting. If you were to bring me some essence of Valar's wisp, I could offer you a magical scroll. Would you be interested in something like that? Sure, I can use a scroll. That's wonderful. If you travel within the glimmering forest long enough, you should run across one. Good luck to you, my friend. Now that right there is a very friendly and sociable elf. I like them. I would have a drink with that elf right there, and I can't say that about all the elves that we bumped into so far. Okay, I think this is where the poison lady lives, who doesn't like me. Yeah, she's suspicious. Look, Jaina, she dislikes me almost as much as you. Hateful woman. If Jaina snaps and leaves me again, I may just kill her. I don't know what I'm gonna do, guys. I cannot go hunting down sweet rolls for her every time. Elf villager. Why can't you help me, rude elf? I can't ignore your obvious inferiorities. I'm afraid I'd just rather not associate with you. What if we meet halfway? Come on. I like how I can convince all of them to talk to me. Forgive me as well. Perhaps we can speak like civil beings. Okay, who are you? My name is Mr. Windy, the master of the hunt. It's a pleasure to meet you. He looks at the sky, somewhat distracted. The pleasure is all mine if you're a master, sir. You said you were the master of the hunt. We have a group of hunters who supply Kintara with food and other supplies. I am their commander. Wow. I see. Are there a lot of hunters here in Kintara? No. We are a small community here. We never have a need for more than 3 or 4 hunters at a given time. Say, do you happen to know the hour? Sure, I've got it on my mechanical pocket watch that's built into my armor. He only half hears us. I'm very worried. There's a hunter who left here yesterday and hasn't returned. Normally I'd not be concerned, but he was hunting in the forest near the dark fens. There are strange things in those swamps. Maybe I could be of assistance. Would you? I need to go on another hunt, but I could tell you where he was hunting and you could travel there. I'm sure it's nothing, but I get worried about my hunters. If you could see to it that he's safely on his way home, I could offer you some elven chainmail. Okay. Thank you so much. I can mark on your map with the general area where he was hunting. So let me gobble up all of these quests. And we're going to go back and talk to our little dwarven buddy down here. Now that we've spoken to the poison lady, maybe we'll speak to this guy again, even though he doesn't have a name. I have returned, and I have no more information for you. I believe I know who killed Wrath. Oh, and who would that be? Well, Sharp. Wrath and Sharp were in love with the same woman. Yes, I know all about that weirdness. But if I've already explained to you, elves just don't kill each other. You will have to bring me some proof for me to believe your foolhardy accusations. Is that right? Okay. I hope there's not a time limit on this, because we are leaving. I'm not going to run around Kintara for the rest of this video just yet. Do you guards have anything to say? What could a dwarf possibly want with me? I am a nobody. I'm just an elven no-name guard. Let's see. Episode 52. It's a shame I only have a little bit of time tonight for one session. I'm to the point now where I'm burning through the game to try and get through it as quickly as possible. I'm pretty sure I've already mentioned this multiple times. Some nights I can record 6 videos, some nights it's just 1. Hello, bunny. So, before I go anywhere, really? This is going to be a maze like hell, isn't it? Oh my goodness. The Elven Forest is a hellscape. This is worse than the Isle of Despair. Maybe I can bypass all of these animals down here that are gonna want my blood. Baby bears and wolves. Who knows what else? Or maybe he's trapped inside. Are these things not going to attack me? Oh wait, this is where the humans are, duh. Not the wounded hunter I'm looking for. A greater gorilla. We've got a human technologist, level 20. A surveyor, and another surveyor. We'll talk to the level 20 guy. What do you want? Hello, sir. Who are you? I am William Bench, outdoorsman and naturalist, and head of this bunch you see here. And who might you be? Well, I'm Krugmar. It's a pleasure. I need to speak with you. Certainly. What the hell are you doing here? I'm a surveyor, and this is my team. We're employed by the Turinsdale Logging Company. We have a contract to map out the surrounding lands, which were recently purchased by Turinsdale, and report the usability of its resources. Fairly standard job, really. Yeah, well, Mr. Bench, we may have a small problem here. Like, do humans not care about elves at all? You would think that they would be smart enough not to try and encroach on the elven homelands. Huh. Oh, really? And what might that be? Well, you're not supposed to be here for one. I see no problem here, stranger. In fact, I think I'm going to have to ask you to leave. This here is private property and you're trespassing. He motions to a few of his cronies who eye us suspiciously. Well, I think I'll be able to know. You know this is elven holy ground, right? Your presence here is a travesty to them. Personally, I don't care. He looks around smirking. I don't see any signs here, naming the place as such. Damn bleeding heart elves, always trying to save the forests. We're here on solid legal ground. If the elves have a problem with it, they can bring their complaints to the courts. These are new times, and people are just going to have to live in them. I don't think you understand. No, friend, you don't understand. Move along or I may be forced to take action. Really? 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 Is that a tiger? I think it was. A shrine, an altar. You guys didn't see the fucking altar over here that should have given it away? Offer to him who cannot see nor hear your soul made of trees. Litani he seeks, to touch, to burn. For his eyes are dark and his ears are blunt and wasted. Wisdom comes to the bringer of gifts, and eyes that see far from he who sees nothing. I'm gonna assume that is coal. Believe it or not. I don't have any, so it doesn't particularly matter. Okay. What's my journal say? Anything about this nonsense? Wrath was killed by poison. Blah, blah, blah. No? This didn't update? Under no circumstances am I to shed blood while removing these men. Okay. Retrieve some mithril. That's right. I forgot completely about that. Well... Listen, friend. I'm not going to talk about this anymore. I want you to get out of here right now. Look, I just want to talk about this rationally. I kind of feel like I should just be an asshole to these guys, but we're going to try to play it straight. I told you, I'm not talking about this anymore. This is the last time I'm going to say this. We're not leaving, and there's nothing you can say to make us do so. Now go. Your warning is laughable. What? You're insulting me now? You're trying my patience. I just want to get your attention. Now listen to me. Okay? Then fine, I'll be an asshole. Your blabberings make me sick. Dignity, I'll not be spoken to like that in front of my men. I suggest you apologize, sir. Apologize? I'd sooner kiss a baboon's arse. You! I'd watch my tongue if I were you, stranger. There's only so much abuse a man can take. So you've nothing to worry about, being as you are. I've seen tougher barmaids. Go ahead, I dare you, hit me. I'm not gonna spill any blood. I'm not gonna do any combat. I kinda figured that was coming. Whenever Krugmar said no, you go for it. You spill the blood. You take the hit. Pretty much gives it away. That might actually make them mad, though. I don't know. We'll see. Dented iron shield. You guys came here woefully under-equipped and ill-prepared. 150 gold. That's it? Okay. Well, that's one problem taken care of. No. He went all the way up to the Bedokin village, a small village of reptilian creatures located in the Dark Fens. And the Ruby Glade, an eerie, ancient place. Okay. Let's go up here. What's the worst that we could bump into? And I'm running around not even healed up. You know, I might have already mentioned this too in an earlier video, but I thought that this game had leveling lists. At least it acted like it was going to. Kadura Stem. It acted like it was going to with the Malakian assassins that went from level 5 to 10 to 20. And then the rest of the game hasn't had it, so I'm not too terribly upset by that. Even though I would expect this area to have higher level monsters than level 5. But whatever. Does that make you like me anymore, killing these things? Suspicious. 28. You know, Jaina, I'm doing good things here. And you still don't appreciate me. Of course I can't rest. Are you guys friendly? You are, wow.
Speak with our chieftain, Warmblood.
Are you the chieftain? You don't look like a chieftain.
I speak not with Warmbloods. Find our chieftain.
Find Kan Karai. You know what? I'm just gonna heal up a little bit. I don't want to fight these things. I shouldn't have to fight these things. An elven villager trapped down there. Oh wow, you're the chieftain, huh? You don't say. The creature before us is covered in scales, with a large mouth full of sharp teeth and eyes of the coldest silver. Various tattoos cover much of its body.
Warmblood betrayer. Offspring murderer. What brings you here? What death do you bring? What lies will you tell? Kan Karai stands before you. My power is greater than yours.
I'm sorry? Have we met before? I've never actually even seen your kind.
I know you, betrayer. I know all your faces, Warmblood. All the same. All liars and murderers. All bringers of death.
I know what he means when he says he knows all of our faces.
You humans are all the same. All of you Warmbloods are the same. From elves to humans to dwarfs to gnomes. You care not for the lizard people's needs and desires.
It's presumptuous of you to say that you know who I am.
Kan Karai senses your anger. Perhaps you wish to set yourself against me, Warmblood?
Of course not. I'm actually here trying to talk to you. If I wanted you dead, my axe would have done so minutes ago. Maybe you should just tell me what's going on here.
You know, Warmblood. Pits lined with teeth of metal. Nets to catch the women. Your weapons of flash and pain. You hunt well the children and the old. But Kan Karai is no such easy target. Face me, Warmblood.
I don't even think he's being hostile. I kind of think he just wants me to fight him. Look, none of this has anything to do with the elf being held here. Or your people are being hunted, aren't they?
Hunted? Yes. Our women and offspring. The old ones. Now, Khan Karai will hunt. I have already captured the pale, sharp-eared Warmblood, bound him with my power. You will be next. And then, Khan Karai will go to the Warmblood Tree Village and burn it to the ground.
So you think the elf was hunting your people?
You mean Sharp Ear? Pale Warmblood? We captured him, sneaking into our swamps, planning more death with his weapons and his strange ways. But Khan Karai fell upon him, and my ways were greater than his, and I brought him back here, tied like the fruit of the hunt.
Have any of the sharp ears? Did that one specifically attack you?
No, but they come to the Dark Fens with weapons and powerful words. Why have they come here? They have their trees and their forests. Why do they come to our swamps? Always it has been this way with the Warmbloods. Always wanting more. Always bringing ruin.
The elves have brought ruin. They try to live in harmony with everything. To a fault. It's kind of sickening, actually. He stops for a moment, considering.
No. Sharp Ears have not killed Bedakan before. Nor have they ruined the land. But we are not easy prey, Warmblood. A hunter in different skin is still a hunter. And Khan Karai goes not quietly. He...
Hold on a minute. Neither the elves nor I have done you any harm, despite the fact I've had plenty of chance.
Yes, the words you speak are true, Warmblood. But...
His hand moves to his sword.
That does not mean that you will not.
Agreed. But my name is Krugmar. that could be constituted as a battle cry right there. I'm not here to command him either. I don't want him to do as I say. I want to talk things out rationally.
And I am Khan Karai, chieftain of the Bedakan. What brings you to our village, Warmblood? Have you come in defense of this elf?
Perhaps. I need to know what has happened here before I can even try to stick up for him.
You would hear our story? Very well. As I've said, the Bedakan have lived in the Dark Fens for as long as the seasons have turned, and for all that time we have kept to ourselves. We knew of the elves, but they harmed us not, and we accepted their natural place.
But something happened. You said your people were hunted.
Yes, 4 winters ago, Warmbloods came to our swamps and set out things of death, and shot us with their weapons, and collected the bodies of the dead.
Who were they? Did they look like me, or did they look like Jaina here? You said they weren't elves.
They were not like elves, but a little darker. They were like elves, but a little darker and not as tall. They had no words of power, but they had strange weapons, and they rode strange beasts made of wood.
Okay. I see. So men and wagons, where did they come from?
From the south. They came from the south, over the mountains and into the Dark Fens, and the land cries out wherever they touch it. They know not the way of the land or the cold blood ways, nor do they care.
So what did you say these men did with the bodies of your people? He is silent for a moment. We can see the anger seething in his silver eyes.
They skinned them, Krugmar. They skinned our elders, and our children, and our women. and then they threw their remains into the swamp. No rites of passage, no guide to the Snake Fathers.
Okay, that kind of makes the situation a little bit worse. So, let's see. I've heard that the Bedekin hides make excellent luggage. I don't want to give him my pity, but this elf, he wasn't responsible. Gotta walk a fine line here. I would kind of like to show him that I can be sorry. We're not all cold-blooded murderers. Yeah, you know that this elf wasn't responsible, right? 1 or 3? Dear God, poachers. I'm so very sorry, Kankarai.
I believe your words, Krugmar. Perhaps you are different. Perhaps you might be able to see the cold visions. I will regret having to make war on all the warm bloods, if there is even one like you among them. But I will do so nonetheless.
Make war, but it's only these men.
Yes, but there is a price in warm blood that must be paid. Men will die, and then all of their offspring until there are none left. Only this will quiet the fury of the Snake Fathers. Elves are warm blood. They will die as well.
Come on. You need to just open your heart. Allow me to convince you otherwise, because I don't want to have to kill you to free him.
No, there are no words to turn me from my course. War I must make upon the warm bloods. Unless...
What? What do you want me to do?
You can pay the price demanded by the Snake Fathers, Krugmar. If a warm blood was to kill those responsible, then I would not have to wage war against them all. The cold blood ways allow this retribution. If you kill these poachers, I will free the elf and turn from the ways of war. Will you do this?
Sure, I hate poachers anyways.
You will?
He seems surprised.
Good. Here is where the men were last seen. Kill all of the men and return to me.
Okay. I actually have no qualms with killing poachers. Poachers are scum. And these beings are actually sentient, who can talk. I am probably going to enjoy killing these poachers, but that'll be for next video.